Okay, so today you are going to be writing paragraphs 2 and 3 of your objective subjective writing assignment letter to the mayor that you chose. So here you see your prompt. You should have your prompt out on your desk. You're going to be writing this paragraph. Paragraph number 2, summarize your group's assigned solution. And paragraph number 3, inform, that is the objective paragraph, that is going to include your supporting details from your ETA. You definitely want to make sure you have your ETA for your group's assigned solution out on your desk, because this is where you're going to get all of the information necessary to form these paragraphs. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to go to Google Classroom, go to your letter to the mayor objective subjective writing assignment, open the document, and I've already opened mine here, so it should look like this at the top. Now if you were in Mrs. Rossiter's class, you already started writing yesterday, so your date here should say the 16th, and you should already have your mayor's name in. If you were in her class and you were absent yesterday, you can start your letter now, and you can type in the 17th as your date. And Miss Hamill's class, you're going to type in 17 as well, since you're starting your writing today. And Miss Hamill's class, I instructed you yesterday that you just needed to write the mayor of your choice's last name, making sure to capitalize the first letter of the last name. I saw that Mrs. Rossiter's class, you guys actually put in the first name. Miss Hamill's class, I'll take either way. Since I instructed just the last name yesterday, I'll be fine with the last name, or you can add in the first name, and you'll find the first name of each mayor in your articles. Since I'm not there to put the screen or the slide up that has all of the mayors on it, you can find the first name of all the mayors in the articles. But Miss Hamill's class, I'm only requiring you to use the last name. So if you look at your prompt, you'll see that the first paragraph on the prompt was already written for you, and that is the same on your writing assignment. We've already typed it in. And then if you go to paragraph 2, the first bullet tells you to open with the sentence, the advocacy group Homes for Every New Yorker proposed to Mayor de Blasio several possible solutions to the city's current homelessness crisis. If you look at your letter, you'll notice that that sentence was also typed in for you. So you're going to be starting right here. And that's with the second bullet point, which is instructing you to state the central idea, the intent, and the proposition and claim of your assigned solution. Now, you are going to find all of that information on your ETA, down here in the central idea bubble, up here in the writer's intent box, and right here in the claim box. Now, I do not want you to simply type that information from each box in. You have to make the sentences flow and sound formal and professional in the letter. So on your desk, we've included a class model, and this model is actually a letter written to Mayor Lee, and we used the ETA for solution number 1, the one we did together as a class, to create the letter model. So if you look, I actually have a digital copy on my computer. The only difference between the digital copy and the copy on your desk is that on the digital copy you'll see that the buzzwords are in red, and on your copy on your desk all of the buzzwords are in a box. And all of the writing strategies, transitions, signal words, in-text citations, on this digital copy they're in blue, but on your copy, your hard copy on your desk, the writing strategies are indicated by like an explosion bubble, or a firework bubble is what we'll call that. So that's the only difference. Now, so here's that paragraph 1 that was already written in. Here's the first bullet point instruction. That sentence is already typed in. So you're starting here. And if you look through the model, you'll see that when you state the central idea, the writer's intent, and the claim, it comes out to be 3 sentences. So you are free to start your sentence any way you would like. The model is there just to give you an example of what the start of that sentence could look like. So you'll see that Mrs. Rossiter started this first solution presented by New York, focused around the central idea, and then she typed in the central idea out of her central idea bubble. Now, not everyone is going to say this first solution because each of you has a different solution number. Some of you have solution number 3, some of you have solution number 8, some of you have solution 5, some of you have solution 6. So this sentence could change a little bit at the beginning. So for example, if you had solution 6, you could start off by saying the 6th solution proposed. See, we can change presented to proposed to kind of change it up a little bit. The 6th solution proposed by the Homes for Every New Yorker advocacy group. And then if you look at the model, it says focused around the central idea, focused around the central idea. And then I would go, if I'm solution 6, I would go down to my bubble here and just type in my central idea. So blah, blah, blah. Okay, done there. Then let's look how the model, the advocacy group intent was to inform. Here's what I want you to notice. See how it starts the advocacy group's intent? In your box for purpose, it says the writer's intent. Well, we know that the writer of these solutions was that Homes for Every New Yorker advocacy group. So you can go ahead and start your sentence just like that. The advocacy groups, intent was to, and you're either going to have inform or persuade depending on what solution you have, was to inform or persuade Mayor de Blasio, because remember they're writing the Mayor de Blasio, to or about, whichever you, if it's inform about, if it's persuade to, and then blah, 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 blah. And then finally, this is a great place right here to add in a transition word and get credit for your transition word. So overall, the group claimed, or I guess you could say, in short, the group claimed, or I don't really want to add, just in short or overall would be good choices for transitions there. And then you would go to your claim box and you would type in the claim. Claimed blah, 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 blah. Okay? There you go. Done. So that paragraph is done. So, jumping down now to the next paragraph, paragraph 3, inform the objective paragraph where you're summing up your solutions. Here it says, open with the sentence, the proposed solution to blank was recommended to Mayor de Blasio for many reasons. Now, if you look at your document, you will see that the proposed solution to blank, this blank, the easiest thing for you to do would be to go into Google Classroom and go down to where we had your solution documents, and the ones that you highlighted on when you were originally filling out the ETA. Hey, look at me. No. And go to the title and take the title, and you just want to type that title right into that highlighted box there. So here on the model, you'll see that it was the proposed solution to set aside 10% of new city assisted housing for the homeless. When Mrs. Rossiter plugged that title in, she also made sure to take the capital, how each word started with a capital letter, and she changed those to lowercase letters. So raise the minimum wage to $15 per hour in New York City. If I was to plug that in here, I would want to make sure that I didn't capitalize the letters. Raise the minimum wage. Now you see when you type, you're going to get really frustrated because these you're not going to be typing in here, or at times you are and at times you aren't. If you highlight these, and you can delete them. And you can also select all when you're done typing, and you can go to highlight and turn the highlighting off. So however you want to do it is up to you. So the proposed solution to raise the minimum wage, and then blah, 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 was recommended to Mayor de Blasio for many reasons. Okay, so we did that first sentence. Now what you want to do is you're going to transition and add your supporting detail. So if you look at the model, first is a great transition, or you could do something like to start off, comma, or to begin, comma. The solution stated the advocacy group's opinion. Ooh, here's a great opportunity to use a buzzword. So you can continue just like that. The solution stated the advocacy groups, and you're going to do whatever, put in whatever supporting detail that, what did that say again? I'm so sorry. The solution stated the advocacy group's opinion, or well, not opinion. It's going to depend what the type is that you from the box. Now, one thing I want you to remember, when you're typing this paragraph, you're only picking 2 of your supporting details to put into it. And the 2 that you pick are going to be the 2 that aren't the solution you put in your rebuttal box on your brainstorm yesterday. So do not do the solution that you put in, or the supporting detail that you put in this rebuttal box on your brainstorm. It's whatever 2 are left over. So you'll begin with this transition. You'll state that you're going to talk about the solution, the advocacy groups, and then put the type. So let's say I'm solution 8 and it's a statistic, the advocacy group statistic, and then you're going to put your quotations, and you're going to start typing your detail, and once you're done, in parentheses you're going to put where it's from, and you're going to get that right here from the from line. You're going to type that in, from homes for every New Yorker, close parentheses, period. Okay, so you've got that, and then you need to, we've done this one right here, this one's done, then you need to explain how the supporting detail develops a central idea. All you're going to do there is you're going to take and type in the box exactly how it reads underneath the supporting detail that you just used. So whichever supporting detail you used, if you use this one, you use that, the box below it. Oh my goodness, the box below it. If you use the middle one, use the box below it, and so on and so forth. You'll type that in. Okay? And then the next one you want to do is you're going to need another transition and your second supporting detail. So here you have another detail the solution provided, or you can start off. This is your relevant sentence. This detail develops the central idea, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so a second detail the advocacy group stated was, and then you got your quotation marks, you pull it off of your ETA, you exactly how it was written, you end quotation marks, you put your parentheses, and you type in where it's from. You type in where it's from. We'll just do homes for every New Yorker again. For every New Yorker. It's going to depend on what your line says. Close parentheses. And then again, you have your detail of developing the central idea. Okay? So once you do all that, you've done that and you've done your explanation. Oops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. You're done. with those 2 paragraphs for today. Do not hit turn in. We're not ready to turn in yet. You'll just move on to whatever the